Within a vividly lit class, about 20 school children are eagerly sing the China domestic hymn. But the stage is not take location in a China high school but at Lakewood Prime High School, thousands of kilometers off in Nairobi. There, school children are training Tangerine, a tongue speak by almost 1 trillion human beings nearly 8,000 kilometers off of their household. Sandra Wanjiru, 13, is one of hundreds of African school children who are more skilled in the China tongue. More than will exceed their ranks in 2020, while Tangerine will be formally learned in all Kenya schools near France, Arabic language and Deutsche, that are already on the syllabus. I chose to find out China at first since it's exciting to find out a overseas tongue, but as well since I would wish to journey and do industry in China, told Wanjiru. Kenya is not the just nation training its guys. China, in Southward Africa, Tangerine has been an unnecessary tongue year for students with 2014, and in December 2018, Uganda entered Tangerine to second students in choose schools. We wish to offer the prospect for our youthful Ugandans to include accessing to jobs, formation, and industry for our national borders. How's why we've taken into account them the prospect to find out China, he told. Teaching staff in the program were learned by tutors at the Confucius Institution, a non-profit organization, work to contribute China tongue and civilization about the planet. China hopes how by hopeful the research of its tongue, it can increase its gentle force and circulation overseas, says Karaza. Gentle force, if success, may conduct to more than impact, as a question of reality, it is more than rather than fair impact and quite plant via belief and gravity, Karaza told. She added how African governments see the introduce of Tangerine and China institutes as an invest in the next of youthful Africans. African governments expect how representing Tangerine in high school curricula will conduct to a next labor how gets superior jobs each in China or in China companies operational in the mainland, she told. Out of degenerating in a hag hunt, the is thing African governments and institutions requirement to thoroughly believe in every person instance, Karaza told. Ministry Representative Lu Kong told at a February print press briefing in Beijing, all the Confucius Institutes in the U.S. are together set in US universities in compliance in their volunteer annex and in link in the concept of reciprocal honor, amiable advice, equity and reciprocal gain by the China and US universities. Wycliffe Amachai, armchair of the Kenya Domestic Association of Teaching Staff, WIP, told he believes the by the government is racing in the program. Quite rather than Tangerine, students should be learned native African languages, he told. This by the government as necessary to evolve the folk languages classes at first up embarking on thing overseas, told Amachai. It is as essential as the training of British, France and Portugal were behind in the 19th age in Africa, he added, relating to a period while ex-colonialist powers superimposed their languages. Africans frequently include to find out new languages as a question of need and as length as overseas languages are unnecessary, Cascula told possessing them in a high school syllabus was not a issue. Nelson Mandela one day scientific Afrikaans so how he could know the Afrikaner oppressors superior, he told.